Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are getting into the Kombi. We are going to do a carby rebuild. So I've got the one on the car, which is not too bad, but I've got another one, which is supposedly meant to be a better car, later model one. So yeah, carb rebuild time. Let's get into it. So these are Solex 34 picked -3s. So I think that's how you say it. Otherwise it's PICT3. And these are meant to be like the good generation of carburetors that Volkswagen used later on Beetles, and I'm not sure about Kombis. But they're meant to be really good. So I have two of them. So I'm going to pull one apart, and then I think this one, this one's got the two nice studs on it, whereas this one has one stud that's been replaced. So I'll jump onto this one, but if I need some extra parts or this one doesn't seem to be any good, I'll use this one. So it's going to be a time-lapse episode of me pretty much cleaning, pulling these apart, putting a gasket kit in it, which is over there, and seeing how it goes. Then we'll chuck it on this big sexy beast. So let's get into it. Okay, there we go. So what I did yesterday, so I have let it soak overnight. But what I did, I sprayed everything and then I've just let it sit. So now I'm just going to give it a quick scrub. I've got some paint brushes and toothbrushes and stuff like that. Give everything a good clean. I'll chuck the air compressor on and we'll blow everything out. You got to make sure you get through all like the little holes and everything in the carby, just to make sure if there's any little bits of grit or anything like that, they get blown out and taken out while you're cleaning it. And then we'll chuck it back together.
So there we go. After giving everything a really nice clean and a scrub and leaving overnight, as I showed you before, I have now started to put it back together. And first up is going to be the choke. Here I try to put it in, but there's a few little burrs, so I get the file and just clean it up so it slides in nicely without catching. That way I can move it freely and set the choke and not have any issues. So in the small round choke piece that you see me here fiddling with, on the inside there's a small little hole where the pin of the choke throttle blade goes into. So as you see here, I point a little dot that goes on the, which is on the round choke, and the two lines that are on the body of the carburetor. So you line the pin up on the inside of the throttle plate as well as the choke, and then you spin them around together to line the dot up with the two lines.
And I haven't got a third spacer, so for now it'll just be the screw. There we go. See, it springs back, and then we'll check it all out once it's running and see how it looks. Now, the seat I didn't end up changing because the other one I'll check, but the new one comes out heaps and the old one doesn't. And then on the inside, it doesn't drop as far. So I'm just going to go with the old one. This is the better of the two, so it should be alright. Oh yeah, and a new aluminium washer underneath. There we go. Okay, next piece. I'm just looking at this, and this is looking pretty bent. So I'm guessing it's meant to look like that compared to that. So I'm going to grab this one off here and put it on. Much straighter. Sweet. Okay. Let's chuck this one in here first.
I say we're just going to chuck this in, which is actually the main jet, which sits in the bottom of the fuel bowl. You access it by taking off the drain plug if you need to change it after you've rebuilt it. But yeah, make sure it's nice and clean, slot it in and tighten it up. More on this in a little bit actually though.
Nice and tight. Now, before I keep going, I'm going to do a quick Google on which of these I should use. Okay, so I think I've worked it out. I've juggled with a few bits and pieces, and we're going to try this one, which I can't really quite read right on the end there. It's a real pain in the pee hole. I think it's an 85. And then we've got a 55 and a 47.5. So let's chuck those in, and hopefully that'll give us a basis to start with.
Just a second. I'm halfway done. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway done with what's happening in here.
Oh, and then that one in there should be a 125, I think. So you read the little number in there, which you probably can't see, but it says X125. I would have liked the 130, but I've only got 125s. So we'll stay with that one. We'll chuck this one in wherever the hell it goes. Not in there. I cannot remember. Oh. In there? I think. Yep. But first we'll put this little fella in. And then the stopper, which is that one. And then that one. I don't know if that's right. Oh well, I think it's right. We'll find out, I guess. This one we'll chuck a new O-ring on and chuck it in. Yeah, that was hard as.
Wow, that is really hard. You really think you can go all day long?
That's what she said.
That one there. Actually, might put a might lube it up. Put a WD-40.
Okay, so now that's all done, I'm just chucking in a little adjustment screw, the fuel solenoid that sits on the side, as well as a little sump plug. I guess that's what I'm going with. Little sump plug that sits on the side of the fuel bulb.
Oh man, I forgot to put the spring in there, didn't I? Oh, we'll find out. I think I need to flip that for what is it? For a normal car, for a generator rather than a alternator, but we'll find out.
looking better. Now they've actually got the springs in the right places. Got a new one of them. Everything should be good in there. Oops, excuse me. So we'll chuck this in. Now while that's done, just putting in the fuel bowl and the little securing piece that goes on top of the fuel bowl to hold it down. Just make sure the rounded piece points in, as you can see in the video. I think we're good. That bit that we don't need. This piece we better put on first. From what I can work out, this piece you want on the leading edge of the butterfly, I've been told. So let's go with it just there. There we go. Looking pretty good. Tuck this spring on. Sweet. Done. Got the gasket for the bottom. That's not the right gasket. Maybe this one. There we go. Let's see if it fits. So a little bit of a pain in the ass problem that I didn't even think about is that this flange and the carburetor I just spent all that time rebuilding have different bolt patterns. The other one's about 10 mil bigger, so if I put this in the back one, I've got nothing in the front one. So I have a few ideas. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get a flange and I should be able to weld it on there and grind this one out, and it should all work. But for today, that's all I'm going to be able to do. Okay everybody, that's going to be a wrap. So not how I thought I was going to end this episode, but hey, it is what it is. Next episode, we're going to jump into hopefully modifying that manifold, get it all sorted, paint it up, put it on, and hopefully we're going to have a sweet driving combi. A little bit more power, hopefully with a little bit bigger carb, but hey, let's see what happens. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon. Peace!